was in government as secretary to the government. General Akure was Minister for Industries and was very much interested in getting Nigerian engineers to build a Nigerian car. And they did. The car was not beautiful, it was slow, but it was built here in Nigeria. Akure left that ministry a year later, and that was the end of the Nigerian car project. That happens at all levels of government. So involvement of traditional rulers will ensure continuity. Secondly, democratic government is, by its very nature, polarizes. There is party A, there is party B. Party A wins an election and distributes the patronage, opportunities, employment to his own followers. Party B is just an observer in the process. They are hardly included. So we need a more inclusive government, and only involvement of traditional rulers will ensure that, because my suggestion would be that at all levels of government, we have a traditional institution which is given the chance to have a look at every government proposal or policy or program and to make suggestions. Thereafter, the later government will be free to take its decision. But the traditional institution will have had a chance to have an input into decisions being made in government. So I think we can debate this for the next 3 months, but I want to say that at some point in our history, we'll be able to craft a constitution that will give power to the democratically elected government, while enabling the traditional institution to play a bridging or a continuity maintaining influence in government, because those two elements are missing. And I want to say finally that the British who brought democratic governance here have maintained their royalty. I'm sure many of us watched on television with amazement when King Charles was being installed. Some of the ceremonies and traditions were pre-Christians. Some of them are sort of 5,000–10,000 years old. And they still maintain the royalty. And by the way, the English king today plays 3 important roles in government. One, after every election, he calls on the leader of the party with the largest number of members of parliament to form a government. Where there is no clear majority, the king plays a crucial role in calling on who will form government. Secondly, it is still a fact today that every Wednesday afternoon, the king and the prime minister have a meeting attended by no other person. No one knows what they discuss. The records of their discussions are not kept nor disclosed to anybody. So the king has every opportunity to influence, if he wants to, the goings on in government. And finally, the House of Commons can pass any law. If it is not signed by the king, it does not become law. I'm not saying we should borrow that model, but I'm just saying that the British who brought democracy here have succeeded in integrating their royalty into their democratic system. Your Excellencies, Royal Fathers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is a subject which I hope we'll continue to discuss and debate. And I would recommend that, if it's possible, that Oyo State or Ondo State or both should organize retreats on this matter. How we can creatively and sensibly ensure that our democracy features our traditional values without taking power away from those who are democratically elected. Thank you very much. The music interlude cannot come on.
A beautiful round of applause for the chairman on today's occasion. Kabiyesi Olufalaye, thank you very much for that. To our distinguished discussants, Dr. Festus Adedayo, thank you very much. Professor Afe, thank you. Attorney General Ondo State, Dr. Kayode Ajilo, thank you very much. Because of our time, ladies and gentlemen, we won't be able to take the Q&A. We won't be able to take questions, but if there are questions you have, you can direct that to the committee who will pass it across to the chairman. But what we want to do very quickly, because of time, is to take the remarks in just 2 minutes in quick succession. And the very first person to speak is the chairman of the State Council of Traditional Rulers, Oba Dr. Ajibade Gbadegeshi Ogunwoye III, who will be addressing us now. Thank you. A round of applause, please.
The Vice President of Nigeria, who is ably represented by Dr. Tope Fashola, the Governor of Ondo State, who is equally ably represented by the Secretary to the State Government, the Governor of Oyo State, who is present there personally. I greet you, Your Excellency. The celebrant of the day, the Deji of Akure, of Aladetoyinbo, I say congratulations. The chairman of today's occasion, Kabiyesi Olufalaye, I greet you. I greet members of the panelists, most importantly the Honorable Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, and other professors that are there. I greet the Kabiyesis, distinguished party leaders that are here, chiefs, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today's topic is, I say, is very important for the fact that it's one of the issues being discussed across the length and breadth of Nigeria today. The Senate Committee on Constitutional Review made attempts to include the recognition of traditional institutions in the Constitution, and the House of Reps is equally planning to do the same this Friday in Akure. So the traditional institution is very, very important in nation building. If we are to look at it, Constitution should be based on the experiences of the people. What happens in a society should form the fulcrum of what Constitution should be based. So that is more reason why the traditional institution is paramount to be included in our Constitution, the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Also, I must commend the Governor of Oyo State for what he's been able to do in Oyo State in relation to the traditional institution, particularly respect for, towards the activities leading to the selection of the Alaafin of Oyo and due to other obas. Equally, the Ondo State government, under the able leadership of Dr. Lucky Orimisaid Adatewa, has been partnering with the traditional institution in evolving a better society for Ondo State. I commend Mr. Governor in that respect. Yes, I strategically listened to the panelists, what they observed about the traditional institution, majorly on what is not expected of the traditional institution. My appeal to Nigerians, to our people generally, is to particularize it, not necessarily generalizing. Because I see you have generalized everything. You should be able to isolate specific individual that violates the traditional institution and make specific allegation again, rather than generalizing. If I have to use my institution, the Olowo is a symbol of what tradition should be, what culture should be. We revolve and we do our things within our specific traditional institution. And I know a lot of kingdoms are in that respect. my appeal, I observe that one of you, I more commend you for making recommendation that there must be paramountcy to be implemented in Ondo, just like in other states. The Honorable Attorney General, you are here now. It is your duty to take action on this. Because there is no organization, there must be hierarchy. There must be a hierarchy of authority. So that it is when you generalize issues, in a situation where a creation is equal to its creator, there will be anomaly. It happens everywhere. And I must say, I must say, it is government that are really doing that, just to whittle down the powers and authority of our territorial institution. Not the present state government in Ondo State. The present state government, I must say, is doing a lot in the promotion and protection of this institution, and it's highly commendable in that respect. If I should add, there is no society. What we do, there are specific areas that will partner government. In security, we know the terrain in our kingdoms. We know the terrain and we can give useful information. Our people can use it. I, as a president, I often say that I'm a traditionalist to the highest level. To the highest level. If we are of recent, we were aware about when the Queen of England passed away, what it entailed when she was being buried. Everything about it is optional to me. If you want to be an Oba, be an Oba. If you don't want, if you know you don't want to practice what it is, you have the option of not accepting. It's not by force. It's not by force. So I expect to be the Olowofo. I know what it entails. I was in the palace for 25 years with my father. So I know I'm aware about what happened. And I think and there's no way I observed anything that was repugnant to our tradition. And let us know that there's nothing repugnant about our tradition. As it happens here, it happens across the world. These are just processes. Processes. We must embrace it. That's why I said this thing is optional. If you want to be an Oba, you know what it entails. Be. And if you know you can't comply, please opt out. It is optional. So I must use this opportunity to commend the Cabinet Deji for putting this topic in place for discussion. This is your 10-year anniversary. By 20 years, we will all be here to celebrate with you. Thank you very much.
As I said, thank you. Thank you very much. As I said, the remarks will be coming in quick succession, and the next to speak is the man of the moment, and that's the Kabiyesi we are all here to celebrate. Ladies and gentlemen, I respectfully invite to the microphone His Imperial Majesty Oba Dr. Aladetoyinbo Ogunlade Aladelusi Odundun II CFR, the Deji and Paramount ruler of Akure land, for his royal remarks.
Let me recognize the Vice President, ably represented by our own son, Honorable Fashua. My governor, our governor, Olori Okobambam, the governor of Ondo State, ably represented here by Omo Baba. Babawa, next year we'll be doing 100 years. So the birthday is coming next year, 100 years. We will all do it together, in Jesus' name. Here we have the keynote speaker, our own son,
Yoruba proverb. I will say in Akure dialect, Eye mapa konfo. Eye, because it's my role model, my everything. You know, where I am today is one of the master plan, the bedrock. So thank you, sir. I appreciate you, sir. Mama she tabadeti she ti baba fe wo 100 te wa ni 80. Ma she ti every year to ma po. My own chairman, the state traditional ruler chairman, Akure Lumasulale is going to sleep in Akure tonight. He's my good friend, a good king, very loyal. Thank you for being the royal father of the day. Thank you. My VC, the Vice Chancellor of this great university, you know, he put my destiny on one of the dailies. Guardian, if you don't have the copy, go and grab one. Vice Chancellor Adenike, you know, this is my university, this is my university, it's the best university of technology. I'm not saying all the technology, the best university of technology in Nigeria. Because if I say the best university, if I will be saying, you are the best federal university of technology in Nigeria. Yes. Let me go back to my own Ogidiomo, the chairman of the Central Committee of this 10th anniversary. Honorable Meshe, our own Meshe, with his Olori. You know, when I got to the throne, when I went to Ibadan, he gave me a car. That was 10 years ago. And I'm doing my 10th now. He gave me a, if I mention the price, they will say, the price is too much, but I won't mention the price. But he gave me a beautiful car for my 10th anniversary. I thank you very much. Thank you very much. And my own Bobajiro Gansama, SAN, always there for me. Life bencher. You are very welcome, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Our own Attorney General, he got a chieftaincy title when he